Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for today's Tech Tuesday presentation using the Project Publisher to publish your Microsoft project schedules to EPM Live. We have a few logistics to cover before we do get started. Everyone will be muted for the duration of today's presentation. However, should you have any questions, I will be monitoring the chat module, so do please feel free to chat with me there. This webinar is being recorded and will be distributed a little bit later on today with the PDU information. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to EPM Live Technical Trainer, Marianne Uribe.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Again, my name is Marianne Uribe. Thanks for the introduction, Morgan. Today's goal is to provide an overview of the Project Publisher. So during this presentation, you'll see how the Project Publisher works, plus the features that are available on the Project Publisher tab. Today I will show you a demonstration on how to publish a Microsoft project schedule to EPM Live and how to get team updates back into your Microsoft project schedule. Again, today we're focusing on how to use the Project Publisher alongside with EPM Live. Okay, so what is the Project Publisher? The Project Publisher is a Microsoft project add-in that connects Microsoft Project and EPM Live to make working together on projects easier. By publishing Microsoft project files to EPM Live, all team members can access and update their own tasks and key project information. Project Publisher is a flexible tool that allows for the continuous flow of information to and from Microsoft Project and EPM Live via a synchronization process. Project Publisher gives the project manager full control of what is synchronized, when to synchronize, and the manner in which synchronization takes place. Today we'll be looking at features available on the Project Publisher tab, which include publish, update progress, communicate, project options, and help. Okay, after creating and saving a project schedule in Microsoft Project, you are ready to use the Project Publisher. To publish the project schedule into EPM Live for Microsoft Project, the Publish button is used. Publishing a project schedule pushes the task assignments back to EPM Live. These task assignments are visible throughout EPM Live in places like the Task Center, in My Work, and if noted in Microsoft Project as timesheet items, then in timesheets as well. Okay, so after publishing your project schedule, team members are notified of the tasks that they've been assigned, not only in general notifications, but also in emails. And then they can navigate to My Work. My Work is where the team members can update the status of their work items. Once the updates are made, back in the Microsoft Project Schedule on the Publisher tab, the Update Progress button is used to obtain the updates made by those team members in EPM Live. These task updates don't automatically change the Microsoft Project Schedule. The Update Project feature puts the control of the project schedule in the hands of the project manager. The project manager can review and analyze all updates and decide whether to approve the updates and save them to the Microsoft Project Schedule, or reject the updates, and at this point the task change will have no effect on the project schedule. The Approved Task window lists all the task items that have been updated by team members. So in this scenario, only 2 task items have been updated by a team member. To view the details of any task changes made by the team member, click on the Task Name hyperlink. The Task Information window will open with all the details of the task change. So after reviewing the task item changes, the project manager can approve or reject the task changes by checking the appropriate box here. Approved task items changes will be published to the Microsoft Project Schedule. Thus, the schedule will change to reflect the task change. However, the rejected task item changes will not be published to the Microsoft Project Schedule. Thus, no changes will be made to the project schedule. Once all the approved or rejected tasks have been noted by the project manager, the project manager will then have to publish any changes back to EPM Live. Okay, let's try this on a site. So I'm in this site called Pro Green Consulting, and I'm in the Project Center. I created this Tech Tuesday MSP project earlier. Now notice all these projects. If I navigate to the Task Center, the name of the project that we're going to be working with is Tech Tuesday MSP. If I navigate to the Task Center, this is where all the tasks that have been published from Microsoft Project, or the Online Planner for that matter, will show. So notice we don't have any Tech Tuesday here. So that schedule, even though I have created it earlier and saved it, I had not published it. So no tasks appear for that schedule. Let's navigate back to the Project Center. I'm going to click on the projects link. Okay, so it's from the Project Center that I can select this project item that I created earlier, and I can launch Microsoft Project. To do that, I'm going to use the Edit Plan. Once you click Edit Plan, you have the ability to select two different scheduling tools, one being Microsoft Project and one with the Online Project Planner. We're using Microsoft Project, so you'd click Microsoft Project. I've already launched this project, so I'm going to just go ahead and click on Project. Once you launch it, you will be prompted for your credentials, and you just enter them, and it will continue and open up your project in Microsoft Project. Open up the schedule, I'm sorry. Okay, so it's in, here's my project schedule that I created earlier. Notice Tech Tuesday, the name, on the Project Summary tab. And I'm on the Publisher tab. Today we're focusing on the Publisher tab. So this Publish button, the very first button up on the ribbon here, will initiate the publishing process. It's the Update Progress button that will obtain any updates made by team members back in EPM Live. So it'll pull in those changes. Let's begin by publishing. So now that I've created and saved this project in Microsoft Project, I want to push all of this back into EPM Live. To do that, I'm going to use the Publish button up on the ribbon. So I click on Publish, and this will begin the process. A couple of boxes will pop up once we start to publish. The first one will be the Project Information dialog box, and then followed by that is the Mapping Resources. Once we push all of this back to EPM Live, we'll look at it in the Task Center as well as in My Work. We'll then make some updates, and then we'll use the Update Progress to pull those back in to the schedule. And it's from there that we can approve or reject those updates made. It may prompt you for your credentials. Here's that first box. It's called Project Information. When you create a project item, you fill out a bunch of fields, such as the state and the project manager, and etc. And this is where you can view all that information. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. Here's where we map our resources. Now, what do we do here? Basically, in Microsoft Project, I've put in these resources, Kate, Marion, and Meg, on the resource sheet. And back in EPM Live, in my build team, I added Kate Winslet, Marion Reeby, and Meg Ryan. So Microsoft Project is basically asking me who's who here. And to map them, I simply select one name on the left and map it with that resource on the right. And then I click Map, and notice the green check. So now, by simply clicking on the appropriate names and mapping them, I'll have mapped my resources. When I'm done, I go ahead and click OK. So now it prompts me if I'd like to email my team, and if I chose yes, it would build an email with those email names and addresses in it. I'm going to say no to save us some time. And it's going to save all this information back to my Apps 21 EPM Live site. Once this is complete, we'll jump into the Task Center, and we'll view our tasks associated with this project in the Task Center. Okay, now I'm going to jump back to my site. And I'm in the Task Center here. I'm going to refresh my screen. So it's now that I can see my Tech Tuesday MSP project is visible in the Task Center, where it wasn't before prior to publishing. And all the summary tasks, as well as tasks and milestones, are visible within the Task Center. So what have we done so far? The project manager created a project item, launched Microsoft Project, built out a schedule, and published that schedule. Now the schedule is reflected in the Task Center. Team members will get email notifications via the general notifications in the upper right-hand corner to tell them that they've been assigned work, as well as these items will be reflected in my work. So let's navigate to my work. I'm going to click on my work, and I'll see those items assigned to me. Notice they're by due date, so I'm going to switch our view to make it a little bit easier to focus on our one project. And under the Views tab, I'm going to choose my work by project. And I'm focusing on my Tech Tuesday MSP, so I'm going to go ahead and expand this. And here I can see those items that were assigned to me being Marianne Uribe, the one logged in. So here I can note these items as complete by simply checking the box to the far left, or I can actually click on this box to the very far right and note them percentage-wise complete as well as in progress. So let's go ahead and update two of these items. I'm going to note this one is 90% complete. Notice it says item was updated successfully. And then the secure resources, I'm going to go ahead and note this as 75%. And note the item was updated successfully. So the team member basically got their emails indicating that they were assigned work. They went to my work and updated those items. That's simple. Now the project manager is going to get a general notification indicating that team members have made updates and they're waiting for his or her approval. So let's navigate. I'm going to go to the Browse tab. And we're going to go back to the Project Center. Using the Quick Launch bar, I'm going to click on Project Center. So now my team members have made, one team member has made 2 updates. So as a project manager, I need to pull in those updates and view those updates. From the Project Center, I'm going to select that Technical Tuesday. Now, if you already have it open, you can simply open Project. If you didn't, you would use Edit Plan once again and select Microsoft Project. I have my project open, so I'm going to click on Project. Now, notice there are no updates yet. I'm going to go ahead and click on my Update Progress because this is going to pull in those changes. Once I click on Update Progress, it's going to go read those changes, and it's going to show me here. These are the 2 tasks and the updates that they've made. If I want to view those details, I simply click on the hyperlink, and here I can see the old versus new values. Again, click on the link to view the values. And you can make approval notes if you'd like. Once I'm ready, I can accept or reject. I can accept all, I can reject all, or I can pick and choose. So let's go ahead and say I'm going to accept the determined project timeline, and then I'll reject the secure resources. By accepting this, once I click OK, it will be reflected in my schedule. The rejected one will not make any change. So here we notice back here, we have no changes yet. Once I click OK, it says your project has been updated. Would you like to save that? At this point, I'm going to say no, because perhaps as a project manager, I want to come in and still make some more changes in here. So I continue to make my changes. Notice the accepted one is here, reflected here, but the rejected one is back to 0, or it was never changed, I should say. So as a project manager, I'll continue to make my changes. When I'm ready to publish and tell my team that I've made my changes and have those changes reflected back in EPM Live, I need to click Publish one more time, and this will start the process and push any changes that I've made here, those accepted and rejected, back through EPM Live. So back in my work, the one that was rejected would go back to 0%. So now you can see how Project Publisher connects Microsoft Project and EPM Live and makes working together on projects easier. Again, Project Publisher is a flexible tool that allows for the continuous flow of information to and from Microsoft Project and EPM Live. via a synchronization process. Full control is given to the project manager of what to synchronize, when to synchronize, and the manner in which synchronization takes place. Each time that you publish, if you don't check this box, you can check this box and then you won't see that project information as you publish. I'm going to click OK, and then again, these are already mapped. I can, if I don't want to show this box again, I click this box, and this box won't be prompted, or it won't prompt me again. I click OK, and it continues the process. And I'm not going to send an email at this time. It's going to push everything back to EPM Live. So back in the task center, determined timeline will show 90%, and the secure resources will reflect 0. Same within my work. It's just about complete. Let's take a look at the task center once again. I'm going to navigate to the task center. And we'll expand the Technical Tuesday. So here we can see the 90% accepted and the other rejected. Same within my work as well. Let's navigate to my work by clicking on the My Work link on the quick launch bar. Again, you can scroll through here and look for the type of work by due or whatnot. Anything that shows up red is overdue. Or you can change your views. I'm going to change back to my work by project so we can focus just on Technical Tuesday MSP. And I'll expand this item by clicking the little arrow to the left of the project name. And here we can see that 90% is visible in my work, as well as the 0% has. The 75 has gone back to 0%. And it's that easy to use Project Publisher with Microsoft Project and EPM Live. Let's go back to Project. Before wrapping up, I'd like to take a closer look at some of the other options available on the Publisher tab. So we know that Publish initiates the process to publish our schedule, and Update Progress pulls in those changes. We also have a Communicate button here. And this contains a list or a sub-list of options like Request Updates, and this option creates an email requesting team members for their updated tasks. Email Team, this option creates an email to everyone on the project team. And then you also have your Email Selected Task resource, and that creates an email to all the resources assigned to a selected task. So if I had this task selected and I clicked Email Selected Task, it would create an email with Kate Winslet and Meg Ryan's name in it. So that's our Communicate. Under our Project Options, we also have another sub-list of options like Settings. And this shows you where you can view the URL of the EPM Live Site. Notice here, and some other publishing options. Notice I hid that project information dialog box earlier, as well as the resource mapping. If I wanted to see those again, I can simply remove those boxes, and they'll pop up once again. We also have under our project options, we have resource mapping that provides the synchronization of resource assignments in the Microsoft project to EPM Live. We have project information, that's that dialog box that popped up earlier. It shows us like who's the project manager and the state and etc. That information is obtained from when you create that project item originally. We have custom fields, and this displays the project publisher's custom field list, which includes many out-of-the-box Microsoft project fields for purposes of mapping and publishing such project fields to EPM Live Site. And the synchronization fields, if you've created a custom field in EPM Live, and you could use the synchronization field without having to publish your whole schedule. You have your delete project, and that easily deletes the published schedule from EPM Live, from your EPM Live site. Next, we have our go-to workspace, and that launches EPM Live. And lastly, you have your help options. Here we've got project servers, or sorry, proxy servers, And these are used in certain circumstances where the user may not have direct access to the EPM Live site or environment. We have Activate, and this is where your company and serial number is associated with your project publisher is entered. You have your online help guide that opens the EPM Live Publisher user guide. Check for updates. This will scan the version of the project publisher that you're using and identify if any newer version is available. We have our Enable PPM. If this is enabled, by clicking it, notice you have your cost planner and resource planner that you can access. So this enables our portfolio engine features, and it's only applicable when you're using the EPM Live Portfolio Engine application. It's a toggle on, toggle off. And lastly, under Help, we have About. And this will launch the specifics of the version of Project Publisher currently installed on your computer. And you can also note if you want to check for updates here as well. So that's our Publisher ribbon. Now that the Project Publisher has been covered, I'd like to introduce EPM Live University. EPM Live University is our new online learning management system where you and your team can easily access all the end user and site collection administrator training for your EPM Live products. Within EPM Live University, you can access all our user guides, self-paced courses, and even register for weekly Q&A sessions. EPM Live University is available to all customers who are part of our Premier Success Program. To find out more about EPM Live University, please visit our EPM Live training page at epmlive.com. And lastly, before wrapping up, I would like to announce that EPM Live is hosting our first ever user conference called Impact 2013. The conference will be held in San Diego, California at the Hotel del Coronado. Our user conference early bird discount has been extended to July 31st. Sign up now to join us for this 2-day event packed with learning and networking opportunities. This user conference will include educational breakout sessions, face-to-face consultations, and opportunities to network with other users from a variety of industries, as well as the EPM Live staff. We'll be hosting several sessions in various formats, such as panelist discussions, customer success stories, and workshops, while providing several opportunities for you to network with your peers. In addition, our Ask the Experts room will be available where you can meet with a senior solution consultant, implementation consultant, or business analyst to answer any questions that you may have regarding EPM Live. For more information on the user conference, please visit epmlive.com user conference overview. Thank you for joining us today for this Technical Tuesday. Hope to have you back again soon.